Bonjour étudiants, comment allez-vous tous? Hello my lovely students, how are you all? So here in this video we will be doing lesson number 5. So page number 38, Leçon 5. And the name of the lesson 5 is Un Voyage. Un Voyage means a trip, or you can say a journey. So in this lesson, Lefray family is visiting Paris and they are visiting places there. So this is all about in this lesson. So let's start. Lise. Let's start with the reading. La famille Lefray arrive à Paris. La famille Lefray arrive à Paris means the Lefray family arrives in Paris. Arrive means arrives. Elle prend un taxi et une guide. So they take a taxi and a guide. So as they are visiting, you also when you visit some new country, or you can say, or you new city, so you always book a taxi, you book a guide. So they have took a taxi, they have and booked a guide. Paris, la ville lumineuse. Paris, la ville lumineuse. Paris, the city of lights. So Paris also goes by the name of City of Lights, and the reason is that it got its name after becoming the first city in Europe to use gas street lighting to illuminate the streets. This is the main reason it got the name the City of Lights. Okay. Paris, la ville luminaire à 20. 20 is 20. Arrondissement. Arrondissement means 20 districts. So the City of Lights has 20 districts. Les touristes visit Paris en métro, en bus et bétumouche. Les touristes visit Paris en métro, en bus et bétumouche. Now they're saying the tourist visit Paris by metro. Metro means metro, bus means bus, and bétumouche means riverboat. So the tourists visit Paris by metro, bus and riverboats. Paris a des beaux musées, des théâtres, des monuments et des avenues. Paris est des beaux musées, des théâtres, des monuments et des avenues. So now they're saying Paris has beautiful museums. Beau means beautiful, all that means handsome, but in this context, in this sentence, it means beautiful. Paris has beautiful museums. Des théâtres means theaters. Here, these are not movie theaters they're talking about. These are the theaters where they do acts, plays are being conducted, are being played. So these are that theaters, performance theaters. The monument means monuments and the avenues. Okay. Now next is les taxis passent par l'Arc de Triomphe de Carissouin. Les taxis passent par l'Arc de Triomphe de Carissouin means the taxi passes through the Arc de Triomphe of Carissouin. Okay, it's a name of a place, monument. It's a very famous monument. Just like in India we have India Gate, no? Just like that, it is the Arc de Triomphe du Carissouin. Ça commemorates means commemorates means when we remember people. Okay. Les victoires de Napoleon. Ça commémore des victoires de Napoleon. It means it commemorates the victories of Napoleon. Okay. C'est l'avenue des Champs-Élysées. C'est l'avenue des Champs-Élysées. Now, this is the avenue of Champs-Élysées. Tout droit. Tout droit means straight ahead. C'est la place de Côte. C'est la place de Cornoude means straight ahead. It is the place of Cornoude. Voilà means hair. Hair la tour la fil la marvi du fer. Viola la tour la fil la marvi du fer means here it is Eiffel Tower, the marvel of iron. Fer means iron, marvel means marvel, the marvel of iron. Plus loin, furthermore, plus loin. Furthermore, voilà the musée de Louvre. Here is the Museum of Louvre. Or you can say Louvre Museum. Okay. A de plus. Moving on to next is a des plus grandes palaces du monde. It means one of the most great palaces of the world. Okay, we are talking about museum, Louvre Museum. A Musée d'Orsay. Now, next name of the museum is Musée d'Orsay, a Musée National de Paris. It is known as the National Museum of Paris. Plus, then, il passe par la rue de Rivoli. Rue means road. Now, the taxi passes by the road of Rivoli. Okay, voici, here. Le centre Georges Pompidou. Voici la centre Georges Pompidou means here is the Georges Pompidou Center. C'est la musée de l'art moderne. It is again the museum. It is the museum of modern art. La carte in Latin. La carte in Latin. This is the museum in the Latin Quarter. Okay. Voici les cathédrales Notre-Dame. Voici les cathédrales de Notre-Dame means here is the Notre-Dame Cathedral Notre-Dame. Cathedral, you can say ancient church, very big, very religious, ancient churches. Okay, so Notre-Dame is a type of a church. Et la Université de Sorbonne. Et la Université de Sorbonne. So these are the places they are passing by. First, it was Musée de Louvre, then Musée d'Orsay, then it was Centre de Georges Pompidou. Again, it's the name of a museum which is of modern art. Then it was Notre Dame the Cathedral, and lastly Université de Sorbonne. So these are the places they are passing by. Okay. Now next is Yatil des Jardins. Yatil des Jardins. Jardin means gardens. So now demande any. Now any ask. Demande means ask. Any ask, are there gardens? Oui, yes. Det la guide means tell the guides, says the guides. So guides is saying yes, there are gardens. So now these are the name of the gardens. Les Jardins de Tuileries. Les Jardins les Tuileries, again name of the garden. Les Luxembourg, again it's the name of a garden. And lastly, et les Bois de Boulogne. Et les Bois de Boulogne. These are the three name of the gardens, first, second and third. Okay. Et les magasins très connus. Et les magasins très connus. Now again a question has been asked. The question is, are there any well-known stores? Magasin means stores. Très means well, or you can say very well. Connu means known. So now this question is asked by Dennis, Demond Dennis. So this question about famous stores, Dennis asked this question. Now la guide répond. Now the guide responds, Primpton, Bon Marché, Ele Garil, Lefefite. So these are the store names, three store names the guy told, that is Primpton, Bon Marché, Ele Galir de Lefefite. So these are the name of three stores. Next is Quel fleuve travaille Paris. Fleuve means river, travaille means crosses. So now which river crosses Paris? Demande Madame Lefray. Now this question is asked by Mrs. Lefray. La Seine divide Paris en deux parties. La Seine divide Paris en deux parties. Deux means two. So now Seine is the river which crosses Paris and it divides Paris into two parts. La rive droite, the right bank, au nord, the right bank to the north, and the left bank to the south. La rive droite au nord et la rive gauche au sud. Explique la guide. Now this is explained by the guide. Okay, so this was about this lesson that a family, Lefray family is traveling, they are visiting places and they get to know about France. So now, moving on to next is the répondre. The répondre means respond or reply. We'll do this exercise in the notebook. So let's see, question answers it is. So now, first is qui commémore les victoires de Napoleon, means it means which commemorates the victory of Napoleon. So the answer is the Arc de Triomphe is the answer. The Arc de Triomphe de Courseulles is the place where the victories of Napoleon is commemorated. So the answer is l'Arc de Triomphe du Courseulles commémore the victoire de Napoleon. Okay. Now moving on to next question is par quelle avenue passe les taxis? Par quelle avenue passe les taxis means which avenue does the taxi passes? So the answer is les taxis passe par la rue de Rivoli. Les taxis passe par la rue de Rivoli. So the taxi goes via Rue de Rivoli. Okay. Now third is qui voit-il dans la rue de Rivoli? Qui voit-il dans la rue de Rivoli means what do they see in the rue of Rivoli? So the answer is il voit les centres Georges Pimpeau. Il voit les centres Georges Pimpeau means they see the Georges Pimpeau theatre. It was a theatre, okay? It was a center. It was also known as the Museum for Modern Art, famous for modern art. Now the last question is Où est la Notre Dame? Où est la Notre Dame means where is Notre Dame? So the answer is La Notre Dame est dans les quartiers latins. La Notre Dame est dans les quartiers latins means Notre Dame is in the Latin quarter. Okay, so these were the question answers. Now moving on to next is part B. It is the same exercise where you are supposed to fill in the blanks with the help of the words from the text we have just read. So now first is j'ai passé par ta maison. J'ai passé par ta maison means I passed by your house. Second is Taj Mahal est une merveille du monde. Taj Mahal est une merveille du monde means the Taj Mahal is a wonder of the world, right? Third is les professeurs expliquent la leçon. Les professeurs expliquent la leçon means the teacher or the professor explains the lesson. Fourth is il y a des belles fleurs dans les jardins. Il y a des belles fleurs dans les jardins means there are beautiful flowers in the garden. Last one is la malade prend un verre d'eau. La malade prend un verre d'eau means the patient or the sick takes a glass of water. Verre means a glass. De l'eau means water. Okay. So now, moving on to next page. It is page number 40. So, les prepositions de lieu means the preposition of place. Okay, it means when we are talking about countries, cities, continents, what we are going to use, which preposition. So first is aller au pays. Aller au pays means to go to country. When we are talking about visiting a country, going to a country, so let's see what we will use. First is the name of countries, states and continents which are ending in E are considered as feminine. So first is, I have already told you that in French the there are not vowels or consonants, means there are, but it does not work. The French does not work around vowels or consonants. It works around gender. So every noun is gender. So again, name of a person, place, animal, thing. So we are talking about places. Again, this is a noun. So they are saying the names of the countries, states or capitals, continents, sorry, which end on E are considered as feminine. Ends on E, feminine. We use before them on. So they are saying when the countries which are feminine, we will use on. For example, en France, en Amérique. Okay? Now, next is the name of countries which are not ending in E are considered as masculine. So now the second is mostly which end on E are feminine. Mostly which do not end on E are masculine. E feminine, no E masculine. So we use before them O. For example, au Japon, au Pakistan. Okay. Now, third point is if the name of a country begins with vowel. So now they're saying the name of the countries which begin with vowel. What are vowels? A, E, I, O, and U. So now they're saying if the name of the countries begin with vowel, we use Again same which we use with feminine countries, states or continents before them. For example, Iran. Okay. Now, fourth point is before plural form of countries we use O. So now they're saying there are countries which are in plural forms, so we use O. For example, O is at uni, O Ontli means West Indies and United States. Now the last point is before the name of city. So earlier we were talking about the name of countries, states and continents. Now they're saying before the name of cities we used A. For example, A Delhi, A Paris. Alright. Now this was about going to a city. Going to a country, state, continent or city. Now Vie Dubai. Now coming back from the country. Alright. So first is the is used before feminine countries, continents and state. For example, the France, the L'Angleterre. Now we used D apostrophe here because the next country is starting with A, which is vowel. So no two vowels should be together. So that's why D apostrophe. Second is do is used before masculine countries, continents and state. For example, do Japan. So now they're saying when we are talking about masculine countries, continents or states, we use do. Last part is before the name of the city, they is used. Again same as the feminine countries, they is used. For example, they Delhi, they Paris. Okay. So this was about going to the countries and this is about coming from countries. Okay. Now next is exceptions to the rule given above. Now they are saying these are the rules about going to the country or coming back from these countries. Now there are always exceptions. Okay. So now there are few exceptions. Let's see. Following countries which are ending in E. So now there are few names given of the countries which are ending on E are considered as masculine. Here I told you mostly which end on E are feminine, mostly which do not end on E are masculine. So there are exceptions. They are saying the countries which there are few countries which end on E but we do not consider them feminine. They are considered as masculine. So the example is Cambodia means Cambodia, Mexique, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Zaire. So these are the name of the few countries which are ending on E, C, but are not feminine. Okay. So we use before them O or do as the case may be. So we will use O when going to the countries, do when coming back from the countries. Okay. So let's see for example, l'exemple. Je viens à France. Je viens en France means I am going to France. Il va au Japon. Il va au Japon means he is going to Japan. Tu vas en Iran. Tu vas en Iran means you are going to Iran. Tu restes en Amérique. Tu restes en Amérique means you stay in America. Il travaille au Japon. Il travaille au Japon means he works in Japan. Elle reste au Iraq. Elle reste au Iraq means she stays in Iraq. Moving on to next page. Same, few more examples are given. These are the examples of A, means about going to the country. Now next is nous allons aux États-Unis. Nous allons aux États-Unis means we are going to the United States. Tu es là Bengaluru. Tu vas aller Bengaluru means you are going to Bengaluru. Vous travaillez au Antli. Vous travaillez au Antli. You work in West Indies. Il va à Paris. Il va à la Paris means he is going to Paris. Now B means about coming back from the countries. Il vient de France. He is coming from France. Il vient du Japon. He is coming from Japan. Il vient de Paris. He comes from Paris. Elle est d'Inde. He is from India. Tu es du Denmark. You are from Denmark. And lastly, il est dans États-Unis means he is from United States. Done? So now, this was all in the lesson. Now let's move on to the exercise. Exercise first is respond, again reply. We will reply or we will respond, you can say. So now, first is, we'll do this exercise in the notebook. So let's see the notebook first. So now first question is, qui savez-vous des musées et Paris? Qui savez-vous des musées de Paris means what do you know about museum in Paris? So the answer is, il y a des tours Eiffel, la Merveille du Fer, près de la place de la Concorde, les musées de Louvre, les musées d'Orsay et les Saint-Georges, promptement dans les musées très connus à Paris. So the answer is, there is Eiffel Tower, the marvel of iron near the palace, the place of Concorde. Okay, then the Musée de Louvre, the Musée d'Orsay, and the Georges Primdo Center are the famous museums in Paris. So this was answer number 1. Second is, nomme quelqu'un jardin à Paris. Nomme quelqu'un jardin à Paris means names of gardens in Paris. So the answer is les Trois. 3 means Trois. Les trois jardins connus sont les jardins Les Tuileries, les jardins de Luxembourg et les bois de Boulogne. So the 3 known gardens are the Tuileries Garden, the Garden of Luxembourg, and the Bois de Boulogne. These are the name as it is. There is no translation of these names, so you need to learn it as it is. Now, third is nomme quelqu'un magasin à Paris. Nomme quelqu'un magasin à Paris means name few magasins stores in Paris. So the answer is les magasins connus sont Bon Marché, Printemps et Galerie Lafayette. So these are the names. The known stores are Bon Marché, Printemps et les Galeries Lafayette. Again, these 3 are the name. You need to learn them as it is. Now, moving on to the 4th question is, qu'est-ce que la Notre-Dame? Qu'est-ce que de Notre-Dame means what is Notre-Dame? La Notre-Dame est dans les quartiers latins. Elle est une ville cathédrale. So now they're saying Notre-Dame is in the Latin quarter. It is the old cathedral. Ville means old. I told you na, ancient. Alright, now fifth and the last question is Qui savez-vous de la tour Eiffel? Qui savez de la tour Eiffel means what do you know about Eiffel Tower? So the answer is La tour Eiffel est une merveille de feu près de la place de Connaught à Paris. They're saying the Eiffel Tower is the iron marvel near the place de la Connaught in Paris. Okay, so this was first. Now moving on to second is complétez les blancs en ajoutant des prépositions de lieu. Now they are saying complete the blanks up with the prepositions of place. So now first is tes cousines habitent in Nairobi au Kenya. Now it means your cousin lives in Nairobi in Kenya. Let's see one more. Tu travailles à Epaluk au Mexique means you work in Epaluk in Mexico. Again, okay. So now rest of the parts you will try to do by yourself and we will discuss in the class as well. Now third is complétez les faits avec do, and do. Now they are saying you need to complete the blanks up with de, t apostrophe and du. So first is Es-tu do Sri Lanka or do Bangladesh? Es-tu do Sri Lanka or do Bangladesh means are you from Sri Lanka or Bangladesh? Let's see one more. Tu viens de France? Tu viens de France means are you from France? Okay. Now rest of the parts you will try to do by yourself. And moving on to next is exercise number 4. Range la ordre. Again this exercise we will do in the notebook. So first is Greece on tu pas vane. So the trick to do this is first try to translate each and every word in French, as many as words you can translate. So let's see. First comes out as tu ne vas à Greece. Tu ne vas à Greece means you are not going to Greece. Okay, this is how we will do the rest of the parts of this and we will discuss in the class as well. We'll do in the class as well. And now last exercise is chase l'antrus means although the literal meaning of this question is chase the odd one out, or we can say choose the odd one out. So let's see. First is Suède und Japon Thailand France. Suède und Japon Thailand France. So the odd one out is Japan because it is the Asian country and the other 4 are European countries. Okay, so this is how the rest of the 4 parts will be done. Now moving on to the last part of the lesson is vocabulary. So let's see. Le voyage, journey, Ardissimo means districts, Betumush, flyboat or riverboat, Le musée, museum, Commemore, to remember, to remind, Tout droit, straight ahead, La merveille means wonder or marvel, Les jardins means botanical gardens, Les magasins, shop, Les fleuves, river, Travail means to cross, it's a verb. Les malades means patient or sick. Revenue means to come again, to come back. Autriche means Austria. Okay, so students, this was all. Please watch this video carefully, although we'll discuss everything in the class, but still if you have any doubt you can come to me, you can ask. So this was all. Watch this video carefully. Bye bye, au revoir, take care.